Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start this presentation. Again, we just barely got started with it. I'm Jared Daly. I teach physics and engineering out at the college here in North Platte. And we've been thinking about doing an event out at the college for quite a while. We finally got it put together. And we're going to do a Cub Scout STEM Day. And we're going to be following the program that has been put together by NOVA. Well, I guess NASA had a hand in it and some other people, but it's called NOVA. And it is a STEM program for Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. We're going to just do the Cub Scout version. And it is essentially a series of patches and awards that Cub Scouts or Scouts can earn by doing certain activities and earning other awards. In Cub Scouts and in Webelos, they have to do some of the extracurricular activities in their whichever level they're in, if they're in Wolf or Bear or Webelos, whatever. And then they have to do also some of the requirements that are in the STEM handbook. And the requirements that we're going to be trying to cover are some video-related requirements where they have to watch some video, and then some exploration activities, some hands-on projects, and then one big part of it is they have to visit a STEM-related facility of some kind, and the college qualifies as that. So they'll be doing this at the college. And the activity schedule that we were thinking of putting together looks kind of like this. The Scouts would show up at about 10 a.m. to check in, get everybody organized. About 10:30, we would have them ready to go, and we would start watching some video. And the program that we're doing is going to be based on levers and the idea of using levers to build machines, to invent, to make tools, and to use tools, and so on and so forth. And so the first video will be about levers, and then we'll have a paper airplane activity where the Cub Scouts will be using levers to launch paper airplanes. And then at noon we'll have some lunch and also watch another video. We have to get in an hour's worth of video, so we'll do that. And then at 12:30 we'll be doing tools and a boats project. And then at 1:30 another video. 2 p.m. we'll do the last activity of the day, which is a rubber band car, which they're going to design and build using everything they've learned that day. And then hopefully by between 3 and 4 at the latest, we'll be done with the day. And some more details concerning some of the things we'll be doing. The levers video, the Cub Scouts will be watching this video, but they'll also be required to ask a question that results in some kind of discussion. And this is actually a technique I use a lot in my classroom, and it really gets students engaged, interested, and just discussing things that they might not think about or that they might not ask questions about at any other time. Videos are great for engendering these types of questions and discussions. And then after the video is done, we're going to give them a tour of the engineering lab and show them where we do all of our project work and experiments and everything else. And also we'll be pointing out the different uses of levers in the engineering lab. And after that first video and tour, we're going to do the paper airplane, where the Cub Scouts will be designing and building 3 paper airplanes. And then they will also design some kind of launcher that uses a lever to launch their paper airplanes, and then they'll build it and test it with their paper airplanes. Then, of course, we're going to have some lunch, and during lunch, we're going to have a video involving tools and how tools are using levers to do their work. We will not require the kids to ask any questions during this video because I think pizza and questions might be a bad idea. But after lunch, we'll go on to the boats activity, and all of these activities are actually part of the NOVA program for both Webelos and the Bears, and so they can pass off the NOVA activities, but it also gives them all the requirements they need to pass off the extracurricular activities at their particular level. This involves proper tool use and safety, material selection for their boats. Then they'll have to build and paint 2 boats, and we'll let those dry. And then they have to also build one other useful project using these tools that are levelers. And then we go on to an engineering video where we do a similar thing. They're going to watch this video and they have to list 3 things that engineers do during this video, and then also they'll be required to ask another discussion question. Those things are part of the NOVA program requirements that the students have to do for these videos. And then we'll move on to our rubber band powered car, which I will be providing the materials for and the tools for, and they will build a rubber band powered car, but not just build it, they'll use the engineering design process. They'll learn to read blueprints, they'll make their own drawings or their own blueprints, and then they'll build their car, and then they'll test their car and race their car. And after they're done with the car race, we're hoping that the paint on the boats will be done so they can test their boats as well, since that is also a requirement. By the end of the day, each scout will earn the NOVA Swing badge or the NOVA Swing Award, which is the NOVA award that involves levers. And the Wolves can earn the Motor Away activity. I think it's a pin or something like that. And the Bears will earn Baloo the Builder, and Weebles can earn their Engineer. And that is what we're shooting for award-wise. And that's all we have for it. We're hoping to be able to put this together with a good number of Cub Scouts and have a great activity and a good experience. In the future, I'd really like to see this expanded where we have one room full of Cub Scouts, one room full of Boy Scouts, and we're doing some more advanced stuff with the Boy Scouts, but we'll see how it goes with Cub Scouts. Do you have any questions?